All right. Good evening, everybody. I noticed that there were some comments that were not showing up. People were trying to, contact me on the channel. Um, I'm just gonna let you guys know, they are hiding your comments, and they're it's basically just another psyop just to screw with people. It's probably to mess with you, most likely. I wouldn't doubt it. But you got with YouTube, and if you're basically being targeted, you got to expect stuff like this to happen because they will do that. Um, I did get a message also from a fellow TI who was looking to basically on how to build the anti V2K headset that I've been working on. Again, I will mention this. It's just a prototype. It's not the finished product. So far I've tested it out. As far as the results that I've gotten, um, it does tend to cut the basically the tinnitus off after a little while. It's not immediate, but it does tend to do that, tend to cut off. But the thing is that, like, as soon as it cuts off, right, they're gonna start screwing around with the device to basically recalibrate their systems. And as soon as I'm walking out and about, well, I'm getting shot with radiation in order to basically put the tinnitus right back on. That's just exactly what they do. The fortunate thing about this though is that since they're basically roaming around in your network, it allows you to actually be able to trace them. Now, I've basically been working on how to do this, but they're watching us in real time. So immediately as I'm trying to do that, they're gonna try to undo whatever the thing they were doing that would basically identify them in order so I won't be able to find them and track them. But usually they're never too far away. They usually, park themselves in a house somewhere in a nearby neighborhood, possibly maybe just a few towns down or just a few blocks down. Just the usual stuff. Um, I tried I think it was the radar rabbit or the no, not not rabbit, but ramble, right? And I was using it a lot back when I was in BR. Now, the Ramble app that actually allowed me to get the location of these perpetrators that would show up as I was walking out and about. The problem was I wouldn't be able to see these exact locations pop up until like I settled down somewhere and sat down to actually view the evidence. This is why I basically use Ramble and in a combination with the camera glasses, because at least that way I have the very images of who these people are as well as license plates too. But the thing is, you cannot be dependent on the license plate thing because they will use dealership plates. Now, if you want to have the thing that they can't change, you need to go after that VIN number if you can get it. Um, that's your best bet on being able to identify them without worrying about, pulling up towards you with faulty plates or anything like that. So, you want to know how to build the anti basically the anti V2K headset. This is what I did. Two pieces of the fabric from an air mattress. Judging since I basically started using that the shield, I figured the fabric that it's made out of works as good shielding. So I basically I have two slides of these things on both sides of my ears. Now, attached to that, I took the bone conduction headphones because of the wiring that's in them, going from both sides, and I have that connected to the copper that I basically glued into these headsets. Again, like I hollowed it out to where basically the actual speaker that's in there. I took that out, took the cord off, then I put that thing on, and then I also glued the what's that the repulsing magnets, which are basically on the repelling sides. I got a set of two on one end and a set of two on the other end. So basically, the copper pretty much picks up the frequency that's being channeled out from the nanotech fibers. And as that's happening, it's being redistributed all the way to the magnets to where it's just basically being canceled out. Now I actually got to rework on the connection. Again, this is the prototype, so the connection for this isn't very good, but it's enough where I do get some line of relief. However, since I've started using these, the attacks have definitely ramped up. As for you see, when it comes to things that will work, they're gonna find loophole ways to basically make sure it doesn't work. That's just what they do. Um, but there are things that where like it, that they can't really do that as much as often as possible. As far as the temp is concerned, like I said, just get aloe vera plants for your home. That'll work for that. But yeah, you can use the bone conduction headphones as a catalyst. The reason why I recommend them is because they're small, compact, and they're a lot more easier to work with than your actual traditional headphones because, well, those ones tend to fall apart a lot easier, especially if you try to modify them. It's not impossible to basically utilize those. In fact, if you manage to find a decent pair that are not as easily breakable, then I mean, go for it. But that's basically the gist of it. There's not really too much to this, but I tend to actually make these a lot more powerful. Now, I did not use rare earth magnets, okay? Because those magnets have more of a chance of actually messing with your natural frequency, and that's not what I'm trying to do. I want to be able to shield, but I don't want to basically disrupt or unbalance my own frequency. That's just doing self-harm. This is why I was also warning people about the frequency generator. Don't just put any frequency in that damn thing. Look up certain frequencies for certain positive effects. If you have a problem with something, whether it's anxiety, anything like that, look up the frequency for it. If it's fungus you're dealing with, look at the frequency for it. The information's there. You just got to basically find it. Anyway, I hope this information helps a lot of people out who are basically, curious about certain things. Again, as far as information is concerned, they're gonna do stuff like this in the background of your device. When it comes to trying to suppress, communications, they've been notorious for this from the start. It's nothing new, you know. This is why I've basically been mentioning that we need to basically come, if at all possible, and it is possible if we do come up with our own network, even if the government has to have their eyes in it. You see, to me, that's a problem. Because they come up with these excuses for safety, but in reality, have they really been protecting people? Because I don't think so. No, they've pretty much accepted things into law and all that stuff that's just been unfavorable towards the people from the start, and it's just been favorable towards nothing but tyranny. So people really got to give that some serious thought, and I don't mean those of you who have already been woken up. I'm talking about those people who have been asleep for so long because we have lost so many people who have tried to help them and tried to wake them up from this mess. And it's not a laughing matter, man. It really isn't. But anyway, I hope this information helps out with a lot of you. Just for those of you who are looking to basically make this for yourself. But there's one thing you should know. I did not test these out yet in the city, and I did not test these out during driving or anything like that. So I'm still not 100% certain on their effectiveness just yet. So whether you're still in the city and you're looking to build this for yourself, look, I'm still in debate. I'm still testing this out, okay? I don't mind basically making a video, making one from scratch to show everybody how to do that. I don't mind that at all. But the thing is that like I test these things out before I put the information out there. So at least I verified certain things and seeing what certain things they're going to manipulate with, certain things they're going to mess with, and so on and so forth. That's just about it. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. As always, everybody, stay safe, stay strong.